Hello everyone, how you doing today? Cheers. Welcome to How Much House for the Money. You having a great weekend? It's like a Sunday session with Susan today, you guys. Hope you're all having a good one wherever you are and your glass is full of gratitude and your cup is full of happiness. So today we're checking out houses that are $35,000 and less, so let's get right into it. If you're new to this channel, you're welcome to subscribe and hit that like button because this is where we venture through state to state, through town to town to see how much house, cabins, and acreage we can get for our money. And so today we are heading into... Let's see, we're going to begin right here. And this one is on 2 acres of land in Phelps, Kentucky. So Phelps, Kentucky is in Pike County, and you're going to be in eastern Kentucky with this property right here. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house on 500 square feet of space. It's been on the market for 122 days. So let's see what we're getting for $25,000. It looks like this agent is only giving us 4 photographs, but let's see what we're getting nonetheless. We're on a concrete block foundation. We have a shingle roof. Looks like it's going to need cleaned up. Looks like they may have just neglected it and left it. We do have an attached garage. So one man's trash is another man's treasure. Isn't that what they say? So today it's all about low prices and high potential. And stay tuned to the end because there's one property on here with 5 acres of land. And these are all $35,000 and below. So let's keep going here. Looks like it's on a really pretty parcel. 2 acres of land. And we have to remember, not only are we getting the house, but we're getting the well, the septic, and the utilities. And if all of those things are in working order, you may be ahead of the game. And remember, we can always make offers, and the asking price for this one is $25,000. And it looks really pretty set back in the trees. And we're in Phelps, Kentucky, in Pike County, and this would be eastern Kentucky. Might get lucky and find a creek on this property. That would be nice. So there is our satellite view of the parcel, and we've got 2 acres, and this looks like a rectangular parcel. So let's see what the description says. 360 Pickle Bean Hollow, Phelps, Kentucky 41553. And it says here, country living with this exceptional 2+ acres of property. And remember, if you want more land, make sure you ask the listing agent if the seller has more land available. They may have more land that's not attached to the listing. So this one is in serene town of Ransom, Kentucky, nestled within a tranquil setting. Expansive land offers boundless opportunities for those seeking a captivating project. And maybe you want to build your own home. Maybe you want to renovate this and take it right down to the studs. So embrace the challenge and unleash the true potential of this extraordinary property, crafting a dwelling that captures the essence of rural living at its finest, it says. And so when we look at the history, it was just listed. So there's probably longevity with the seller. And again, this is $25,000 in Pike County in Phelps, Kentucky, 41553, 2 acres of land. Not bad. Okay, so let's see here. We're moving into Big Creek, Kentucky. Big Creek is in southeast Kentucky and Clay County. So this house is $24,950 on a half an acre of land. And remember, there may be more available. And this is at 90 Oscar Bowling Road. It's a 4-bedroom, 1-bath house with 2,000 square feet of living space. It's been on the market 86 days, and it says it was built in 1937. So let's see what we're getting in Big Creek, Kentucky, and Clay County. So right away, we see we have a metal roof. We have a beautiful covered front porch. We have a chain link fence. That gives you some privacy and comfort there if you have pets or kids. This is cute. Vinyl sided. We're under $25,000 on a half an acre of land. Looks like your porch wraps right around. And again, the well, the septic, the utilities. If you're looking for a fixer, if you're just starting over. And I want to just say that my heart goes out to any of you that are in Arkansas, Missouri, Mississippi that have been affected by these horrible tornadoes that have been whipping through. And they're not over yet. And if you are not familiar, please go to the YouTube channel for Ryan Hall, y'all. He keeps you guys out there and all of us updated with the weather patterns. So if you're not familiar with that YouTube channel, please go visit Ryan Hall, y'all. And be sure to listen to the weather and find out what's going on, because if you know someone in those areas, you can maybe get a hold of them if they're out and about and they're not, aware of what's happening. So just a little FYI there. So maybe you know someone that's looking for property now, and maybe these are all in their price ranges, because that's what my goal is. I know these fixers are not for everyone, but they hold potential regardless. And sometimes if you just want the land and you are fixing, or you're okay with a fixer, maybe you've got a general contractor that you can hire to help you. Maybe you have friends or family. And because these houses, in my opinion, have potential. And as I always mention, houses need people and people need houses, right? And these ones are $35,000 and less. This one looks nice. It's on a concrete foundation. It's definitely worth a second view if you're there in person. Leave me a comment. Let me know what brings you to the channel. Welcome to our community here. Look at how pretty this is. You have a gambrel roof. You have dormers. Looks like you have a porch on one side and another one on the opposite. Shutters around those windows. When you have your home inspections or your general contractors come and take a look at these houses, you can get down to the fine details and base your offer on the condition. Look at this. We do have beautiful hardwood flooring. Could be finished. We have a fireplace that's closed off. $24,950 on a half an acre. Here's our kitchen. We could salvage cabinets. You've got a double sink. You've got a window above it. Look at that beautiful tile floor. Very pretty. These are the types of properties, that we have to be not afraid to roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty. So if you're looking for a fixer, maybe you just want to, like I said, take it right down to the foundation and build a new home, they're worth a look. Look at those beautiful cabinets. With all this crazy weather, you sometimes wonder, why spend, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 on a house? Why spend $100,000 when we can fix up these houses that are under $35,000? We can revitalize communities and bring life to not only the house, but the communities. We can grow gardens. We can be involved with our neighbors. And mind you, there's probably some people that aren't into that at all, but there's also a property here coming up that's on 5 acres, and you wouldn't even have to worry about a neighbor. This is cute. Look at that bathroom. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like a 30 square foot bathroom at least right there with a window above the commode. Just needs cleaned up. Looks like our windows are wood. Flooring is really pretty. We just have to look past the current condition and visualize these with our hard efforts. And like somebody mentioned in the comment, a little bit of elbow grease goes a long way, and I have to agree. And it's rewarding. And once you put the effort in the work, not only have you increased the value of your property, you've increased your equity, and you're gaining value all the way around. And they don't have to be perfect. These houses and these interiors, nothing has to be perfect, right? And they can be done on a dime sometimes. And when you get there in person, you may realize when you look at these homes in full detail that they're not as bad as they look. Sometimes it can work the opposite way, but we just never know what we're going to get. This one's nice. This one's under $25,000 with a chain link fence, a metal roof, covered porch, 90 Oscar Bowling Road on a half an acre of land. And it says here, covered porch, large rooms, home has 2 stories, and don't let this one pass you by. And it's in Leslie County, that says. But on my map, it says that Big Creek is in Clay County, but that says it is in Leslie County. So I will leave the details for the listing agencies in the description box below. You can contact them for more details. And when we look at the history on this one, it was listed in December for $29,900. That's where it's currently priced. Says it was decreased, but it doesn't look like it. The house is 88 years old. So it looks like there's longevity with the seller also. There's our street view. That's the neighbor across the street. And here's the house. Now it looks like it may have a detached garage and maybe another building in the back. Interesting piece of property right there. It looks really pretty. But again, you want to research your neighborhoods. Looks like it's on a little side street, and that's under $25,000. So let's look at the satellite view here. There we are. And this is in Big Creek, Kentucky. $24,950. There we are. And that again is 90 Oscar Bowling Road. Now we're moving into Sylacauga, Alabama. This one's $29,500. This one has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. This looks like a really pretty brick house. And it's at 199 Apple Circle. And it's been on the market 208 days. It was built in 1940. So this one is under $30,000. And let's see what we're getting. Let's see what the agent shows us for this one. This one's going to be a fixer, but look at that beautiful shingle roof. Whole row of windows along the front. Now this one looks like it says it is in Coosa County. Under $30,000. Does it have a carport? It's a brick ranch. Plenty of room for our landscaping for that pop of color. Sylacauga, Alabama right here. Very pretty. So here, this may be the carport. You could use it for patio space. Okay, so now we're moving on into the inside. So it looks like we have some old carpeting. We can roll it up and remove it. Looks like with this one, we do have some paneling. And through these episodes, we see a lot of paneling. But paneling can be painted. It can be removed. You can hang drywall, shiplap. There's all kinds of creative ways to modernize interior and exterior spaces these days. But look how pretty this is. And it's under $30,000. This really nice woodwork. A general contractor can be versed in many different areas, so you could hire more than one. You can have a termite inspection. And again, you can base your offer on the condition of the property. Here's our kitchen. Has vinyl flooring, has about 2 or 3 windows that we see. This holds a lot of potential also. Not sure what's going on with this wall right here, but it looks like maybe there was something there at one time. But again, you can take out walls. You can get creative. You can open up spaces. You can put headers in. That's nice. Look at that long sink. Beautiful windows above it. You can salvage cabinets. This may be our laundry room. If you look at any of these houses, let us know in the comments how it's going for you. There's all kinds of houses out there. We go through, or I go through state to state, town to town, so you can explore these episodes because it's pretty amazing and eye-opening what kind of houses are out there. Some may need more attention than others, but there are houses out there in some states that are $35,000 and $50,000 and somewhere, anywhere in between that are move-in ready. Some even are attached to some land. So with this room here, we do see we're going to need some ceiling repair. And we don't expect them to be new and shiny, right? Some of you would say that I've seen some comments where some of you say, oh my God, they're complete dumps, it'd have to be tore right down. Not everybody would feel that way. And when you get in there, if somebody feels, well, they can fix it up, and then they can save themselves some money by not ripping it right down to the foundation. I mean, what one person sees and feels as value may not be the same as another. This one does not look too terrible. There's a nice bathroom, nice vanity, nice sink, nice commode. Looks like the vinyl floor is in good shape. This house is under $30,000. There's another tub and shower combination. This room looks like we step on into. Here's the bathroom again. Definitely going to need some attention. Looks like it's been closed up, and you can always ask the agent to find out how long the home has been vacant. You can ask about a history on the utility bills. When they're owned by the same seller for a long period of time, there should be some, as long as the seller is alive and well or has an executrix or someone that handles the estate. You can always try to find out as much information on the history of the property as possible. Never be afraid to ask questions. This house is cute, and this is a brick house. Looks like we have an enclosed porch there. Holds a lot of potential. Just have to get down to the details. Now there it looks like our laundry room. Looks like that was an add-on. And you never know, you get in there, maybe you could find a new location for the laundry room, and there is another area outside that carport. Looks like we have a beautiful parcel. And when you have your contractor or your home inspection, they'll let you know the longevity of your roof. They'll check your foundation. They'll run mechanicals like your heater, your AC, your dishwasher. Or you could just buy them as is, where is, and hold your breath. No, I'm just kidding. There's always ways to fix houses, unless they're so bad that they do need to be taken right down to the foundation. But a lot of these, there's definitely value. That is really pretty. That's a cute place right there with that attached porch on the back. This would be a fun one to see in person. And this one is at 199 Apple Circle. Pretty address. And again, that's Sylacauga, Alabama 35151. And that's $29,500 with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It doesn't state the square footage. It's 208 days on the market, built in 1940. And this one says this one has a lot to offer. Very secluded, but only 2 miles from Highway 280. You can fix it up or call it a flip. And when we look at the history on this one has some history. It was listed for $31,500. Then that was in 2023. They removed it, and then they decreased it. Now they're down to $29,500. So they've tried selling it few times, and it's 85 years old. But it looks like it's had the same seller. And let's look at the satellite view for this one. Sylacauga, Alabama, right here. There's the satellite view. And there's 280. There we have it. It's not far from the Talladega National Forest. And that's 199 Apple Circle, $29,500. Now we're moving into St. Benedict, Pennsylvania. St. Benedict is in Cambria County. And so this house here is about an hour and a half, depending on traffic, northeast of Pittsburgh, PA. This house is $31,000 on a little more than a half an acre. It's only been on the market 4 days. It has 1,070 square feet of space with 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and it's sitting at 104 White Lane. So let's see what we're getting for $31,000 in St. Benedict, Pennsylvania. Now here you're going to get 4 distinct seasons. Spring is upon us too. Beautiful. So here we have a beautiful metal roof. We have a ramp that you could remove if you didn't need it, but if you do, this is advantageous. We have an attached garage. This is what some would consider a Cape Cod style house. Might be vinyl or aluminum sided. $31,000. And again, you're getting the well, the septic, the utilities. And if you're attached to the municipal, where you're attached to the city's utilities, then you're way ahead of the game. Look at how pretty this is. So we have a little split rail fence. Wow. We have a concrete block or stone foundation there. $31,000. And when I looked up on propertyclub.com, none of these houses are in high crime areas either. So that's always really a good source of information. Look at this. So we have what looks to be laminate flooring. Here is our front of the house. There's a lot we could do with this. Just have to use some creativity and have some vision. Looks like we do have radiator heat. Here's the kitchen. Looks like they did give it some love at one time. Nice. We could salvage a lot of this. You could work with what you've got. Leave it just the way it is. $31,000. St. Benedict, Pennsylvania. And I do believe the population is around, I'm trying to remember what the population of this county was. I'm sorry, I can't remember offhand. So it looks like they went right up the side of the wall with some vinyl. Maybe those are like panels. Not sure what room this is. Maybe just an enclosed porch. Looks like the windows are vinyl. Here's our bathroom. Look at this. Nice. Vinyl flooring, single shower. Vanity's updated. This may be dormer space and great for storage, or maybe that's a closet there off to the right. Looks like we could move right into this house, and it's $31,000. This is why we always check to see how much house for the money, because it's amazing, isn't it? This is a $31,000 house. This looks like it could be a very nice home for someone. Very clean. And with radiator heat, that would be another good reason to ask about those utility bills. Look at this. So there's the garage. Good sized garage. You've got a drain right on the concrete floor there. You've got a workbench. You've got cabinets. You've got an automated garage door opener. Nice garage. Another house that needs some attention. Full of potential. There may be an issue with that electric box, so that's one thing that you'd have to have addressed for certain. But that's why you have those home inspections and the contractors. Yeah, there's definitely something going on there. This one again is in St. Benedict, Pennsylvania, Cambria County. So it looks like they were heating with fuel oil. Now, many, myself included, I would remove that and update the heating source. Maybe a pellet stove, maybe a wood stove, maybe just a new, if you can connect to gas, natural gas, or maybe electric. Look at this. We have a little outbuilding as well. $31,000. There's our parcel. Looks like they had a garden. Fantastic. You could have some backyard chickens, as long as your neighbors are okay with it. But it looks like you're kind of away from your neighbors some. That's a really nice parcel. Could fence that in or plant some shrubs for more privacy. Look how pretty that is. $31,000 at 104 White Lane. That is in St. Benedict, Pennsylvania, 15773, built in 1940, on the market for 4 days, a little more than a half an acre. And it says here features a living room, kitchen, eat-in kitchen, first floor bath, metal roof, 2-car attached garage, storage shed, and laminate flooring, and a convenient ramp to the front door. And when we look at the history on this one, this was sold in 03 for $49,000. Now they're asking $31,000. It's 85 years old. And let's look at our satellite view for this house. There we are. Looks like we have a lot of woods behind us. St. Benedict, Pennsylvania. You're about an hour and a half northeast of Pittsburgh. So there we are. That's 104 White Lane, and that's $31,000. That's a nice little house right there for somebody. So now we're moving into Rockwood, Pennsylvania. Check this out. If any of you are looking in Pennsylvania, now Rockwood is southeast of Pittsburgh, about an hour and 20 minutes depending on traffic. This house is a mobile home, and it has 5 acres of land. And I'm showing this because it's 5 acres. You also have the well and the electricity. It's going to need a septic from what the description says. And let's see here. It's $35,000 in Rockwood, Pennsylvania. Looks like it has a really nice view. There is the single wide mobile home. They don't show us any interior photographs, this agent. So it could need to be completely moved out of there. Maybe you could salvage this. I have seen a young person, a young gal on another channel here. She lives in Michigan, I do believe. She salvaged an older mobile home and made a beautiful house and a home out of it for herself. And it has a beautiful lake view. She picked it up for a song and renovated it. And many people are doing that. And so here's a single wide. If you want to move it out, there is a company called Lawson Trucking. And I do believe, shoot, I had a note on that. Lawson Trucking. What did I do with that? Sorry. Lawson Trucking, I want to say, is in, give me a minute here. I know I wrote it down. I have a note. Oh, here it is. Lawson's Trucking, and it's out of Menville, Tennessee. And I found them on another person's channel who had a mobile home moved that they had given to them. So if you want to move this mobile home out, you can check out Lawson Trucking in Menville, Tennessee. Maybe they can help you out. I have no idea what the cost would be, or maybe you know of another company. You can leave us a comment and let us know. But you could move this out and build a new home. Maybe you want to put a camper on this property. Maybe you don't want to live there full time. Nonetheless, it's 5 acres of land, and the price is $35,000 for this. And we're in Rockwood, Pennsylvania. Looks like we're sitting off the road. And this kind of gives us a little view of, a drone view of the parcel. There's another diagram of it. Maybe you want to put a double wide on the property. Maybe you want to have a yurt. Who knows what you're looking for, but this again has a well and the electricity, but you would need a septic for this property. Looks like it's a beautiful view, and the longer the spring, comes about and summer comes into flow, that'll be very pretty with the trees in full bloom. 119 Hilltop Drive, and that's Rockwood, Pennsylvania 15557. It's been on the market for 4 days, and it says here, looking for a spot to camp, come see the 5-acre parcel. Older mobile home with a well and electric. The acreage is part gentle sloping and part hillside. It's located along a private road where you get the right of way, and per the local sewage enforcement officer, the existing system cannot be used, so you need a septic. If you want to put a tiny home on there, maybe you would have your own type of septic, like a Cinderella toilet type of thing. Maybe you wouldn't need a septic. There's all kinds of ways if the county will allow for it. So let's look at the street view on this one. 5 acres of land, $35,000. Look at how pretty this is. That looks like your private road. Wow. Rockwood, Pennsylvania. Oh my goodness. Rolling hills of PA right there. You're going to get an abundance of wildlife. And let's look at our satellite view here. And you're about an hour and a half east of Pittsburgh. There we are. Rockwood, Pennsylvania. 5 acres of land. You want to build a new home? You want some land? You're not too terribly far from the line down there. And you're, of course, not too terribly far from West Virginia and Ohio either with this location. And it looks like you're not too far off of Highway 75. And that's 119 Hilltop Drive for $35,000. And that's 5 acres. Or we have this house here in St. Benedict on a half an acre for $31,000. We have this one in Sylacauga, that's $29,500. And Brick Ranch. And then we have this one here in Big Creek, Kentucky on a half an acre for $24,950. Or we have this fixer on 2 acres of land with a well, the septic, the utilities for $25,000 in Phelps, Kentucky. And that'll do it for today's episode. I just wanted to put this out there today. It's Sunday Session with Susan. Why not? Hope you're all having a great day where you are. Subscribe, hit the like button, because you never know, the house you're not looking for, maybe the next episode. And let's help our people. Now we're going to have to help our people in Arkansas, Missouri, Mississippi. These tornadoes have wreaking havoc with people, and I don't believe it's over according to what Ryan Hall's channel says. So let's keep those people in our thoughts and prayers. I will see you in the next episode. More houses are coming up. Cheers to $35,000 houses and below, and 5 acres of land. Have a good day, everybody.